The haunted TikTok. Followers saw what police didn't. Lip syncs, dances, and even the occasional late-night story time were some of the things she started posting for pleasure. Her account expanded at a rapid rate. Her followers adored her charisma and her mood, in addition to her eerie home. Mostly because what started as background noise, such as flickering lights or a door swinging shut, quickly snowballed into something that no one could explain. In the beginning, her followers were the ones to bring it up. When the clock struck 0:13, did anyone else notice the shadow? If something is standing behind her in every video, what could be the reason? Take a look at her eyes, they suddenly become dark for a pause. At first, she dismissed it with a laugh. Right up to the evening, she broadcast live. In addition, everyone who was watching witnessed something moving in real time, something that was not her. According to the cops, there was nothing there. There was a disagreement among the cameras. What about the adherents? After that, they did not hear from her again. The horrific true account of the haunted TikTok account is presented here. This is a case in which the truth hid in plain sight, buried under likes, shares, and digital screams that no one believed until it was too late. The woman who is performing behind the camera. Sabrina Woods was her name, and she was 22 years old. She was living by herself in a guest house that she rented in Asheville, North Carolina. During the pandemic, she initially joined TikTok in order to alleviate the feelings of isolation she was experiencing. Makeup instructions, amusing story times, and late-night dance trends were some of the cheerful content she posted in the beginning. There is nothing out of the ordinary. That is, until the audience became aware of the background. It was initially a matter of minor details. A cabinet door gently opened behind her as she walked away. An object that collapses from a shelf for no apparent cause. At a time when no one else was in the house, there was a faint whisper that was barely audible on the recording. Those who followed her joked about, "You've got a ghost by your side, girl." The house in question is not haunted, rather it is possessed. By leaning in, Sabrina added a creepy spin to the content that she was sharing. It was referred to by her as haunted talk. When things became too real, however, the audience's worry increased substantially. The life that completely transformed everything. On the evening of June 3, 2022, at approximately midnight, Sabrina went live with her phone propped up on the kitchen counter. All the while she prepared noodles and engaged in conversation with her supporters. About 20 minutes into the game, the screen briefly flashed back and forth. Then something moved as it appeared in the far corner of the screen. On the other side of the hallway, there is a figure that is dark and static, standing halfway. Numerous thousands were observing. Comments came pouring in. "What on earth is that? You are behind you. Don't turn around to face me." In jest, she laughed it off and simply said, "My sleep paralysis demon is looking for some munchies." However, 2 minutes later, the figure was once again visible, and this time it was much closer. Although the low light filter of the application appeared to miss it, the human eye was able to capture it. Then the commotion started. What sounds like wood being dragged across tile is a deep, scraping sound. Then Sabrina twisted. The expression on her face changed. The spectators watched the phone fall on the ground as she moved off screen, giving the impression that someone or something had snatched her hand. There was a break in the stream. The consequences that no one believed in. Her account was inactive for 48 hours. Upon her return, she uploaded a little video that was of poor quality. The eyes are swollen. The voice was shaking. "I'm doing fine. It was nothing more than sleepwalking. It could be a joke. Oh, I have no idea." The comments were disabled by her. Ceased performing duets. The stitching was turned off. However, those who followed her were not buying it. Reposting her live and studying it frame by frame was something that many started doing. There was an overwhelming amount of slow-down film, color filters, and enhanced audio uploaded to TikTok. At the 18:07 point, someone picked up a sound that would be described as a voice whispering, "Please do not allow them to view." However, the original stream no longer exists because it was removed by the platform. The police report that made the situation even more dire. Following the dissemination of a digital welfare alert by supporters, the local police department stated that they carried out a wellness check. Sabrina was said to be safe, alone, and unwilling to press charges or pursue any report of trespassing. according to the officers who conducted the investigation. Dispute resolved. Nevertheless, followers observed a peculiar occurrence. 2 locks were on her front door, and neither of them appeared to have been tampered with. Nobody appeared to have broken into the house. However, when the film from the police body cams was made public many weeks later, it revealed something chilling. The moment that the officer passed the mirror in the corridor, there was a brief moment in which Sabrina's reflection trailed behind her. The complete and final upload. The last video that Sabrina uploaded was titled "I'm Not Alone," and it was uploaded on June 12th. It depicted her sitting in total darkness, with the phone serving as the only source of illumination. She said, "This house is not haunted," as she walked away. "It is hungry, and it has been using me to keep an eye on all of you," the speaker said. Slowly, she was blinking. "You allowed it to enter when you were watching?" The video came to a close with the sound of something crawling toward the phone, which was excessively fast, excessively wet, and excessively heavy. Her face was not visible in the final frame. The situation was not the same. I am gray, convoluted, with a grin on. Within 3 hours, the account was destroyed. Not a backup. There is no archive. Even within the back end of TikTok, as if it had never been there in the first place. The followers who have been exposed to too much, and that ought to have been the conclusion. However, in the weeks that followed, those who had seen the live stream reported weird things, including the following. There was a woman who stated that her smart TV switched on at 3:13 in the morning, and it was playing the last few minutes of the live, though she did not download it at any point. A boy of 15 years old was taken to the hospital after he sleepwalked into a frozen pond while chanting Sabrina's TikTok handle over and again before falling into the water. Following the assertion that they had seen the hallway figure in their dreams, at least 7 people deactivated their accounts. A user from Illinois said that his phone locked itself while he was watching the video for some reason. The following morning, when it was opened, his background had been changed to a still from the live performance that had never been seen by the general audience. What is the caption? "Don't let them see," the speaker said. "Is it watching you or are you watching it?" Conclusion: are you watching it? A viral fear was not the only thing that the haunted TikTok was. The situation was more sinister. A ghost story told through the use of filters and cameras that face the front. A property that is concealed within loops and favorited. Perhaps, just possibly, there is a demon that is intelligent enough to go viral. Because if something meant to propagate, whatever it was that desired to be viewed by millions of people, TikTok is one of the best places to be. And perhaps this is the reason why the account disappeared. Perhaps it was no longer interested in Sabrina's face. Perhaps it was more interested in seeing yours. Therefore, the next time you scroll late at night in a random live stream from an account that you do not follow shows, it will be grainy and not working properly. You should not click on it, like someone is keeping an eye on you. But it's not simply the people who follow you. If this story gave you chills, hit that like button, subscribe for more real horror tales, and let us know in the comments.